Hi everyone, this is Victoria from We Are the Music Makers, and today we are talking about some of my favorite songs to teach 16th notes. In a typical Orff or Kodály music sequence, students are working with 16th notes around 2nd or 3rd grade. Now, this is completely dependent upon the musical background of your students, how long they have had you as a music teacher, how long your class time is, and your own personal music sequence. So while I've chosen these songs to work for around a 2nd or 3rd grade developmental level, you can adapt them to fit with older or younger students. Now, before we begin, it's important to establish a few criteria that we go through every time we choose a new song for our class. All of the songs in this video have been chosen because they meet at least one of the following points. The first one is high quality. One of the pillars of the Kodály philosophy is that only the best is good enough for a child. We want to look for songs that are lyrically, melodically, and rhythmically high quality. The second point is personal preference. I love all of the songs in this collection for teaching 16th notes, and that's important because we are going to spend so much time with these songs week after week after week as we develop students' musical skills. So if I don't love the songs that I choose, it's going to be a problem later. The third point is curriculum goals. When I look at my overarching sequence for my students in my curriculum outline, I know that the songs I've chosen for 16th notes are purposeful and targeted for where I want students to be in 2nd or 3rd grade. That's because the target rhythmic focus is very obvious in these songs. I also chose songs that are developmentally appropriate in terms of the singing intervals and the overall range of the song. The last point is just creative potential. When I chose these songs for teaching 16th notes, I chose songs that I thought we could use in a variety of different ways, in a variety of different media, including singing, speech, instruments, and movement. And we'll get to explore all of those ideas through these songs. With those criteria in place, let's move on to some of my favorite songs for teaching 16th notes. The first song is Chattanooga Choo Choo.
Chattanooga, 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 choo-choo, Chattanooga, Chattanooga, choo-choo train. Chattanooga, 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 choo-choo, Chattanooga, Chattanooga, choo-choo train. Oh, the Chattanooga choo-choo, oh, the choo-choo train. Oh, the Chattanooga choo-choo, oh, the choo-choo train.
This is a song that I learned while watching a video on the AOSA website. They have an incredible database of teaching presentations from their national conference. So if you are not an AOSA member, I encourage you to go think about signing up. When you get to that video page, you will find just a vast collection of incredible presentations from past conferences. The video page alone is worth the annual price for membership. When I introduce this song, I ask students to make a train movement in small groups. Small groups in this case meaning about 5 students. Students have a collection of pathway options that they can choose from. A square, a triangle, an oval, a squiggly line. It can be whatever you want. But as I sing the song, the students move in their chosen pathway around the room. One really great reason to use this song for 16th notes is that, number one, the 16th notes are everywhere in the song, and then the other reason is that every other rhythmic element is already known by this point in the curriculum. Now, obviously this song is great for 16th notes, but you can also bring it back to work on some other musical elements, such as do in do, mi, so. You can use it to work on high do, because that part is really obvious in the refrain. You can also use it to work on re in mi, re, do. The second song is Built My Lady a Fine Brick House.
Built my lady a fine brick house, built it in a garden. I put her in, but she jumped out. So fare thee well, my darling. Oh, swing a lady up and swing a lady down, swing a lady up and promenade around.
I've seen teachers use this song with younger grades, as young as kindergarten, but the way we do it in my classroom is a little bit more advanced and a little bit more high stakes. So Pairs of students are holding their hands together to create a house. And inside the house, inside that group of 2 students, is 1 student. That is the person inside the house. At the words, "Fare thee well, my darling," the house's hands go up and the person now can escape the house. At the refrain, students are running from their house to an empty house. And so in this circle of houses, you have kids running all over the place trying to get into a house. Now, of course, at the end of the song, all the walls of the house go down, and whoever is caught in the middle stays there. This game gets very competitive in my classroom, especially after I take out 1 house. So if I am short 1 house in relation to the number of people who are looking for a house to be in, it becomes like very high stakes musical chairs. You can also use this song for ta di mi. You can use it for do in a so mi do pattern, and for a fermata right before the refrain. The third song is Dinah.
No one's in the house but Dinah, Dinah. No one's in the house but me, I know. No one's in the house but Dinah, Dinah, playing on the old banjo.
My cooperating teacher used a really incredible game when I was student teaching with her for this song, and it's the one that I use. So even though I haven't found it in a source outside of her classroom, I love this game. So the game to this has all students standing in a circle with 1 person in the middle. That person in the middle is Dinah. With Dinah's eyes closed, the teacher is going to pick a secret singer. That singer has the job of singing Dinah, Dinah, while the rest of the class sings the rest of the song. So everyone in the class sings, "No one's in the house but," and then the soloist sings Dinah, Dinah. At the end of the song, the teacher is going to hold up 5 fingers and count down silently. 5. During that 5-second period, the students in the circle have to switch places in the circle to make it trickier for Dinah to guess whose voice he or she heard. This is a really great game to use for older beginners. If you need to start them at the beginning of the sequence and you choose to work with so and mi with older beginners, this is a really great entry point since it introduces it as a game. You can also use it for do in do mi so and re in the context of mi re do. The next song is Happy is the Miller.
Happy is the miller who lives by the mill. While the wheel goes round, he works with the will. 1 hand in the hopper and the other in the bag. While the wheel goes round, he cries out proud.
There are so many different versions of this song out there, and I looked for a long time to find the one that I use in my classroom. I learned this song in my level 1 ORF training. The game and the rhythmic content really made this song stick with me, and I love it. I use it every chance I get. Now, this is another game that can get a little bit competitive, so it's good to make sure that you have a clear, empty space for students to run around before you start. The formation to this game is a double circle, so students are standing with an inside circle and an outside circle when there's a partner at their shoulder. All students are walking around in pairs to the steady beat until the word grab. At the word grab, the outside circle stops moving. The inside circle takes 1 step forward and tries to snatch a new partner, the person in front of them. Now, that's all well and good and easy peasy, but if you have 1 person in the middle of the circle, that person in the middle can also run forward and try to snatch a new partner, leaving someone else out who stands in the middle for the next round of the game. The next song is Taio.
Pass 1 window, tidy-o. Pass 2 windows, tidy-o. Pass 3 windows, tidy-o. Jingle at the window, tidy-o. Tidy-o, tidy-o. Jingle at the window, tidy-o. Tidy-o, tidy-o. Jingle at the window, tidy-o.
Taio might be my favorite folk song of all time. This is a play party, which means it's kind of in between a folk game and a folk dance. There are steps that you do with this song, and different teachers have a lot of different versions, but this is the one that I use in my classroom. For this dance, you have an inner circle and an outer circle with each student facing a partner. Every time the song says skip one window, the outside circle will take a step to the right so that they're facing a new partner. They're going to do that 3 times. So skip 1 window, tidy-o, skip 2 windows, tidy-o, skip 3 windows, tidy-o. By that point, they have changed partners 2 different times. At Jingle at the Window, the outside circle and the inside circle switch places. So now if you were on the inside, you're on the outside. If you were on the outside, you were on the inside. Every time the song says tidy-o, the syllables are tie is a pat on your legs, D is clapping your own hands, and O is your partner's hands. If this is going to be too much for your young 2nd graders, you can adapt it. I have a simplified version of this dance on my website. You can go to the folk song index on my website and search for tidy-o to find it. The next song is Paw Paw Patch.
Where, oh, where is pretty little Susie? Where, oh, where is pretty little Susie? Where, oh, where is pretty little Susie? Way down yonder in the paw paw patch. Come on, boys, and let's go find her. Come on, boys, let's go find her. Come on, boys, and let's go find her. Way down yonder in the paw paw patch. Picking up paw-paws, put 'em in your pocket. Picking up paw-paws, put 'em in your pocket. Picking up paw-paws, put 'em in your pocket. Way down yonder in the paw-paw patch.
The game to this is a double line, and in the original source for this game that I found, it specifies a boy line and a girl's line. That's not necessary in my classroom, but to make it easier, you can give some students neckties, you can give them a special bracelet, just to help remember which partner is supposed to be on which side of the room. The formation to this game is a double line with students facing forward. So instead of facing each other, instead of facing partners, they're facing the front of the classroom. In the first verse, the first student on the right will step out of his or her place and walk all the way around the lines and end up back in her place. Easy peasy. In the second verse, that player is going to do the same thing, but this time the whole line of students follows that person. The third verse is my students' favorite dance move of all time. We call it Peel the Banana. The head partners at the very top of the line are going to peel off, and the line follows them. When they get to the bottom of the line, when they get to the foot, they're going to make an arch, and all the students behind them will go through the arch and go back to the front of the line. At this point, there's a new head couple, and the old head couple is now at the very back of the line. Okay, there you have it. Those are my songs for teaching 16th notes that are high quality, that are engaging, and that are purposeful. I'd love to hear some of your favorite songs for teaching 16th notes as well. You can drop me a comment below and I will look forward to reading it. Thanks so much for watching and happy teaching!